Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nathaniel, and we'll be doing the box Clam-AV from Proving Ground. And before we get into the box, I'm sorry I haven't been around for some time, and it's for good reason. So I've been working on some few projects. One of the projects I'm working on is creating a console that will be merged with the YouTube channel, and it's going to be offering some pen testing, possibly sometime in the future, some cyber defense courses. And the console is meant to really, the way I'm going to design it is going to be really special because you're going to see some huge changes and huge progress that's going to be going on somewhere along the line in the future. It's a couple of weeks. But we're currently working on our console, and the console is going to be merged with our YouTube channel. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to design it almost like a school system, like a freshman year, sophomore, junior, and a senior year. So the freshman and sophomore years usually are years where you do your prerequisites in school, and that's what I'm going to be doing on the YouTube channel. I'm going to release some really interesting and really educative entry-level courses. This is supposed to help folks who are just getting into the cybersecurity field or who are entry-level, even those who are advanced who just want to a course refresher on some things they've learned in the past. We'll do that. But that's what I've been working on. I'm working on that. Plus, I've also been working on also going to school at the same time, also my military service too. So I'm a student of science, so I have exam my GAC book I'm studying, and I have my exam I think upper week, so I need to finish up some content. So it's been a lot developing stuff for in preparation for starting full force being on YouTube, and also studying as a military service. So all those things have been a lot. Now what else? Okay, so now we'll be doing the box Clam-AV, which is an easy box and also Linux box based on Proving Ground. So let's just get right into it. All right, now this is the IP address we're working with, IP address associated with the target. We've already done our Mmap scan already, and we're going to examine the Mmap scan we've already done, but I'm going to run you through the syntax I've done. So we did let's just take this. Okay, so we did some few things over here. Now we did an nmap, and then we did -sv, which would give us the version scan and would also give us more information about whatever port or target we're running. And here we have -t5. Just T5 basically enumerates the target faster, but it's less accurate, and it's less accurate. And then we have v2 verify, which basically shows us the progress that is enumerating the target. So sometimes you can enumerate a target and you just want to see quickly what kind of ports are open. For example, if you see 139 or 445, you know that is SMB. So okay, how am I going to use SMB client or SMB map to kind of see what kind of shares are running? Or if you see port 25, that is SMTP. If you see port 53, that is DNS 80, HTTP 88, Kerberos, and LDAP, and so on. 88 is Kerberos. If you see some other port 22, SSH 21, FTP, and so on. Now so of course this is just a ping, because sometimes I've noticed that in doing this hack the box Proving Ground box, especially the more intermediate boxes, I noticed that some of them sometimes may require a ping request, right? So or to send ICMP packet, to or ping request, right, to it. So now this is just trying to let you know I'm trying to scan all 65,000 plus ports on this particular target. And of course I'm saving it on the Clam-AV file. So now that is done, let's examine. Now I've also specified an alias 11 to just help me clear my screen up on time. So let's look at our target. Let's just do nano real quick and just look at our target real quick. All right, so few things we can see here. All right, let's see. Now this stuff I've done it a while ago, so it's been a while I've done this machine, so I can't necessarily remember exactly what I did, but I know, of course, I take very good notes. So I would, if I don't remember something or I get stuck or something, I may just, so I don't make the video way too long, I may just have to go through my, I may just have to go through my notes real quick just to refer back to the notes I took when I was in this box. But let's just see how we can do this quickly and, you know, go through the boxes. Now, initially when I first did this enumeration, scanning this port, and I saw 139 and 445, I thought this was literally a Windows-based box, but apparently it's not. So because when the whole scan was complete and I was able to read through it and I saw, you know, the SSH, so which means probably shell environment is running as Debian, you know, I just felt this is my, and then we can see even HTTP is hosted on an Apache, so or on a Linux based web server like Apache, you know. So I saw that, I was like, this might not necessarily be a Windows based. I just went off with the fact that shares were open, SMB was open, but you know, that was I wasn't correct. So when I was done with the whole scan, I figured out that we're doing the Linux based box, and I tried not to necessarily look through what offensive security or any of these platforms name whatever operating system that machine is running on. Kind of like to just look at it via what ports are open and what kind of ports we're enumerating on, we're working with. So it's very unlikely that we're going to find some kind of our first initial exploit here. I don't think I've ever done a box where I was able to exploit SSH. Like usually this is usually based on a huge guess, right? Like you could do admin or root or admin password 123 or something. So usually this is a less likely port to compromise. But then we see some very, very interesting stuff here. We see SMTP here, and SMTP is running SendMail and is running version 8.13.4. Now SMTP is simple mail transfer protocol. Basically, a simple mail transfer protocol is a protocol that enables clients to send mail, send and receive mail via the internet. Now, this protocol is also sometimes used in helping to retrieve mails from other types of protocol like the POP3 or the IMAP also. So that's also very important that we understand that too. Then we also see port 80 opened, 139 SMOX, and then we see SMB, and then we see SSH also on 60,000. Interesting. Okay, so now let's get right into it and see what we can do. So let's do a quick enum. I like to do this a whole lot, enum4, and do 169 blah blah blah. So okay, so I like to do this a whole lot just to see what I'm working with in this system over here. Let's just exit out of this. And okay, now let me copy this to a note so that I don't have to go back and forth. All right. You can see my screen, right? Okay. So we're starting with port 25. Okay, so let's just get out of here and let's see what we have here with this enum4. It's still running. We have the SID over here. Domain group membership. This is actually so crazy because sometimes I'll just see this and I'll look at all this information. I almost think we're almost working with almost an Active Directory or Windows-based box, you know. But it's a Linux-based box. Now, what interesting information do we have here? Let's see. Okay, so we can see some /etc/etc, which is a word readable file anyways, a word readable system file on your Linux machine. So we can see starting client names over here. Okay, so these are users. We can just copy this and save it, and we can just use we can use a cut command or awk or whatever to just pull out our names out. We can do that too, but let's just take good notes. Let's take good notes. Let's take good notes. Let's just copy this here. Okay. And okay, so we can see some shares opened over here. We can see IPC, and now if IPC is open and is readable, we may be able to use an mpacket and Lockseed to be able to get certain usernames in here. We already have some usernames on here, so we have admin, but we don't know whether it's accessible. So I'll probably try and use SMB map to kind of check that out real quick. Okay, so it means the SMB share, that's port 139 and 445 allow anonymous login too. So okay, so let me see if the same users get. You know what? I'm just gonna. It doesn't hurt actually. This looks like very interesting information I might use, because I know I generally do this when I'm working with Active Directory environments. SID. So we see enumerating users, SID, blah blah blah, and login username. Oh, okay. So allows anonymous login. All right. Okay. So sometimes when you want to do like an anonymous login, sometimes you use this signs or use a percentage sign to do that. And when we do more boxes, you see me use this, especially when I'm trying to connect to an RPC client, and usually I use that for to connect to it. Okay, so it's nothing. Okay. I already have some of this stuff here. I can already see them. So, but we can see what kind of users they are. So this is some of and the groups they belong to. You see that admin, of course, belongs to a domain group. Should belong to a domain group. Local users and that. Okay, but let's go back to our scan. Just make sure we're we're very systematic in what we're doing here. So. We never get that word. I don't understand. So 225 send mail, run send mail. Let's see. Let's just search for what send mail is. So let's look at search support and let's look at what. Export send mail. Send mail. Okay, so it brings our certain information up. You can see what you see 8.13. 8.13 remote signal handling. It's not of interest to us. See webmail of interest. You can see send mail doesn't have the version, but we do see Clam-AV, but we also don't know what version Clam-AV is running, which is also the name of the box. We don't necessarily know what version it's running. We can also use some nmap script to enumerate some of these targets. But before we move on, let me just look a little. Some TP, and I don't know what version, but it doesn't stop us from trying it out. Now, of course, now we also see the same thing here. Clam-AV 0.92. Let me see, 0.92. Quite different versions. And this is, so it means we probably have a method. This is RB, so this is like an extension from Metasploit. So this will probably have some kind of Metasploit sort of exploit for this particular machine, but we're just gonna ignore that. No need for this. And we're not planning to use Metasploit, we're trying to do it hands-on. Okay, so we have Clam-AV Mailtail over here. So now again, so there are a few things I like to look at, right? And in my experience in doing just quite a bit of boxing, so I do like to see usually one of the first what's it called now? One of the first machines I like to touch on is like Python boxes, Python extension files, and I see like .py is one of those machines I like to look into. When I see like PL, which is Perl, is also very interesting, also for me to look into. And we also have what else? Also .txt. Now it's very for the .txt. Yes, I may not necessarily always open the .txt file, but sometimes, especially if everything is way too similar in my enumeration process, I like to just look at it and just read through the text file. And you never know what exactly it is in there, so I just don't like leaving any stone unturned. So I would try everything out, right, on the environment. And usually once you do it enough, you kind of have this hacker sense. This hacker a lot of sense. Usually by the time you do about 40 boxes and above, you kind of start to have like a sense of, okay, this might work, this might not work, this might go well, this might not go well. You know, you start to have a lot of sense and have an idea of how some of these machines are designed. So, but this is kind of the way I look at it. Down again, this is just assuming that we're not trying to go with a Metasploit framework kind of exploit. All right, so we have, so now this is way even interesting because we can see it's showing remote. Is it because I have a large? Okay, let me just copy it, see what the content is first. -m, and then we go here. Sorry, nano 47 Perl. Okay. So we see it gives remote root exploit. So this is that's interesting. So it's very likely that when we exploit this blackhole.pl. Okay. See elite boy. All right. So let's see what this script actually does. So basically, based on the name of the script, you can see that when it exploits this system, it does a remote code execution exploit, but we're able to get it in form of root. So now we see a socket over here, establishing it on port 25 using TCP, and we also see that this socket will open port 31337 as TCP, running as root, and also give us a shell environment that we can work. Now this is quite an unstable, not unstable, but this is quite an older shell. You should be using Zish on whatever Linux, especially if your system is updated. So it's just quite interesting because let's see if this port is open. Let's see the status of this port. Let's say 139, so we can do nmap dash svc dash p no dash p on this port, and we do find the IP address. See, because I don't think I saw that port, right? I think I saw it on the target enumerating. See. So we're still enumerating port 25, but never saw 31337. Yeah, I never saw that on it. The port is closed, but then we see the script opening up the port for us, and seems like this script would exploit that port as root. It is likely that that port is running as root, and also gives us a shell environment for that port, an SSL shell environment. Of course, upgrade it as we go on, you know, using what's called PTY spawn. Okay, this is nice. Okay, let me give me a second. Just wanna see what this port does and just check the internet. 31 used to. I just want to know because it shows is elite, and we know that the script also calls it elite boy or something like that. Oh nope, wrong. Okay, you see it calls it elite boy. So let's look at let's see what it does. So Publisher 3 uses datagram protocol, communication protocol for internet network layer, transport layer, and session layer. Okay, so looking at the OSI model. This protocol, when used over port 337, makes possible transmission of datagram message from one computer to an application running in another computer. Okay. So basically elite doesn't necessarily mean it's I don't think that's the default port, because I don't think it's the default port. Elite. Let's see. Let's just. Sorry, I just want to look at just what that does. I'm sorry. This port number elite is hacker/cracker spelling, and because of special meaning is often used for interesting stuff. Many backdoors as Trojan run on this port, the most notable being black, orange, whatever that is. TCP 321 uses. Okay. Sorry, I just want to read. Okay, let me just read it real quick. It looks like somewhat. I saw my sister's new laptop. 331 is a read elite, aka read as elite, aka elite. Looked around the internet and found that this port is associated with Trojan and back office. This is a backdoor hack tool. Now I'm not sure if this really is a virus/hack tool, but I have a I have a feeling that it is. At the time when I found out, blah blah blah. Should talk too much. Let's look further. Let's just scan. I just want to know what I'm working with. I have an idea of what I'm working with, but nothing here. Okay, nothing here. So let's look at that and let's see how it helps us run. See what it does. And actually, I didn't check what it requires. It requires anything from me? No, nothing. Okay, so it just tells us what it would do, what the script would. So 7, and can give the IP address. Let it run that boy. It does. Nope. Let's see if it does that. Okay, it runs it. All right. This is interesting because we did see this on our nmap scan. Let me show you the same thing I saw. Okay. No, sorry, no need for that. I already have it here. Oh, where is it? And I was looking at something very similar. It's me. Okay. It just lets us know. Okay. Mail. What is capable of doing, and certain commands you can run on that port if you connect to the send mail port. Okay. You can use netcat to do that actually. So. Okay. Well, possible. These are commands that can be run on. So this stuff ran actually all this command connected to it and ran that command and executed it. Good. Let's see the status of this, because last time we checked the port it was closed. Let's see the status of this port. Start running the pro. It's gonna basically, we're not supposed to run it as root and also give us /bin/sh. Give us a shell environment, the sh shell environment on this port, so we can look at it can connect to this with now. Okay, while this is going on, let's check the SMB here real quick. So SMB map -h and the IP and the host address. Let's just see what it does. Sorry, I think because my screen is really large. Not seeing this thing well. Not seeing well. But let me just. So, let's do SM. No. Let's take this. Bad boy. Run. All right. So here we can see print IPC and admin, but we have no access to them, so there's no even need. Yes, they allow anonymous login, but right here then we don't have any access, so there's no even need going through. But assuming it was open, I could really do so. I can use npacket I said to sort of extract certain usernames, and that's more Active Directory exploitation on there, and that's on my head right now. But if that was open, I could have maybe figured out some usernames like just like the ones we gathered over here. But those are more of client-based usernames on a Linux-based system, though. So, okay, it's taking so long. I thought I just did port. The target's still running. Yes, it is. Yeah, again, you can notice that I've done this a while ago, so. We really should be running that. I need service. Okay, let's have questions. Let's have those two things. We're just running one port, right? It's me. And one service. What are you waiting to? What are you waiting for? Huh? We have to do a full map scan again. Because it's supposed to open that port, right? Pretty sure it's supposed to. That's what the script says. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, it didn't bring the output, but we can. I don't know why I skipped it. But it said discover open port 313. Yes, so we can see this port is actually open. Let's connect to it via netcat and see if we get something here. Nope. Sorry. Netcat -np and the port number. We can give it. I think it was 31 something. 137. Sorry. Okay. Oh, so we have our user as root. So if we do who am I? Root, and okay, this is a very easy box actually. Wow, very easy box. Oh, sorry, an incredibly easy box. Oh, okay. So the user, we saw RYU. So we saw the user over we're initially enumerating our target over here. Yeah. So this is our low-level user over here. So sorry. Students are UI. Okay. Interesting. Oh, local user. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so we'll approve a TXT file. Okay, so this is our approval TXT file, and then you can carry it out and input it into the system. Yeah, so this concludes the box Clam-AV. This was really easy machine. Yeah, this was really easy. There wasn't really much thinking the machine, so yeah. Interesting. Well, I guess that's why it's rated easy on the community rating box. Okay, so so this concludes my video. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Bye.